When buying a bike, it's easy to get gung-ho and spend all of your budget on the bike itself because, let's face it, that's the most fun place to spend your money. But if it's your first time buying your bike, you're going to need some gear to go along with your bike in order to get you riding and to keep you riding. When you buy a bike, you don't just buy the bike. There's also some other pieces of gear that beginners oftentimes forget to include in their budget. To save you the disappointment after you buy your bike, here's the 6 items that beginners forget to budget. We'll talk about why you'll need each item and my no-brainer recommendations for each of them. You can find all of my gear recommendations in the description below. Number 6. Nothing deflates a ride like a flat tire. They're just a fact of riding a bike, and you're going to need to know how to fix a flat. Because mark my words, you will get a flat. Patch kits and extra tubes are your best friends when it comes to getting you back on your bike after a flat, and you'll thank yourself if you have them before you need them. And look to spend around $15 for a patch kit, some tire levers, and some extra tubes. The Rima TT patch kit is what I've been using for the past 4 years. It patches holes, holds up over time, and doesn't stick to the tire and peel off like lower quality patches. They good. Pedro tire levers make fixing flats a breeze and don't snap even with the most stubborn tires. Yes, I have had other tire levers snap on me, but I won't name them. But I will say that they rhyme with Mark Fool. As far as tubes go, it's wise to get some extra tubes for your bike. They're all the same to me. Number 5. Too much friction is a bad time for everyone, including your bike. Keep your drivetrain buttery smooth and performing for a long time with some lube. Chain lube, that is. Just want that to be clear. Rock and roll chain lube is perfect for lazy people. It's a chain cleaner and a chain lubricant all in one bottle. If you're like me and like to spend more time riding your bike than maintaining it, this is hands down the best chain lube to get. It's good for dry conditions, wet conditions, damp conditions, moist conditions, and so much more. For only one easy payment of $7.72, you too can have a silky smooth drivetrain. Number 4. If you want your bike's ride quality to be as good as it can possibly be, tire pressure is key. For that, you'll need a floor pump with a gauge. The Topeak Joe Blow is probably the most popular pump, and for good reason. The Schrader and Prester valves work smoothly and won't damage your valves over years of use. The sturdy metal base makes pumping a breeze, the large pump chamber lets you inflate with just a few pumps, and the gauge lets you dial in your tire pressure. On top of that, it comes with adapters for inflating balls, if that's your thing. At $40, I've bought a total of 4 of them for myself, friends, and family, and I have no regrets. Also, Joe Blow is like the coolest name for a pump. Number 3. Protection is important, and having protection will serve you well in life. You don't want to be caught with your pants down without protection. Protect your bike against thieves with a sturdy U-lock and cable lock. Everybody's needs for locks is different. The security of your lock depends on where you lock your bike and for how long. A good starting point for locks is the Kryptonite Mini 7 U-lock and cable lock combo. It's verified by a bunch of European bike lock security testing groups. Yes, that's a thing. And if you register your lock and bike, it's covered by Kryptonite's anti-theft protection offer, meaning if your bike worth up to $2,500 gets stolen, Kryptonite will reimburse you under certain conditions. The Mini 7 U-Lock and cable lock combo can be had for around $50, and that's a pretty good deal if you want your bike to stay your bike, if you ask me. Number 2. If you ride your bike regularly, sooner or later, you're going to get caught riding at night. And what better way to stay visible than good old lights that tell traffic, look world, I'm here. I'm ugly and I'm proud. For taillights, the best lights are the most annoying lights. The Planet Bike Super Flash Turbo is my favorite taillight. It's seriously bright, has an annoying randomized flash pattern, and pretty much gives me a force field when I'm riding in traffic. Seriously, drivers like to give me a lot of space when I have my Planet Bike Super Flash Turbo on that randomized blink pattern. It's $28, has 4.5 stars on Amazon out of 400 reviews, and again, is my personal favorite taillight. And you can check out my review of this taillight by clicking the card above. For a headlight, I recommend the Light & Motion Urban 350. It's highly recommended by multiple reviewing sites and has 4.5 stars on Amazon. There's two types of headlights. The first one is to be seen, and the second one is to see. Headlights that are meant to see and ones that illuminate the road ahead of you are usually really expensive, but the Light & Motion Urban 350 is really affordable at $50. It's reasonably compact, USB rechargeable, and waterproof, which gives the Light & Motion Urban 350 a pretty dang good bang for your buck. And this is the light that I will be buying when I finally get fed up with my stupid headlamp. Number 1. The pavement is harder than your skull, and while a car's windshield, while not necessarily harder than your skull, is more replaceable than your skull. A helmet that I've been using for the past 4 years is the Specialized Echelon. Now, it's kind of hard to review a helmet because, thankfully, I've never had to put it to the test. But I do like road helmets because they are well ventilated, which means that they are less sweaty, and I think that they look decently cool. And road bike helmets will cost you $50, give or take. It doesn't really matter what helmet you have, as long as you have one, they're out there, they got you. In total, you'll probably want to budget around $200, give or take, to buy the necessary gear that will get you out riding and will keep you riding for years to come. All the items I've mentioned here are a bit more expensive, but they will last you for years, and because of that, they will save you money in the long run. You can find all the gear that I recommended in the description below, and if you buy something from Amazon or eBay using my links, I get a cut of the money, which is really helpful for me as a broke college student. And for that, I thank you. There you have it, the essential beginner's gear you'll need if it's your first time buying a bike. More important than the gear though is to just actually get out there and ride your dang bike and to make it a regular thing and to make it a habit. If you want some tips about making riding a habit, click the card above. And with that, I will see you in the next video.